Good afternoon, Key Stage 1, and welcome to our final Friday feedback show of this year. We have to say, we cannot say enough how proud we are of all the hard work you've done. That goes for those of you who have managed to send work in, and for those of you who haven't, because we understand that lockdown has been really hard and you all have different lives at home, access to different forms of technology. So we know that you've all been trying your hardest and you've all been doing amazingly. So a big well done to all of you in Key Stage 1. Let's have a look though at the amazing work that we have had in this week. Over to Miss Butler.
Okay, so I'll start with Olive first. And this week I've not had much work back. I don't know about the rest of you, but the work that I have had back has been a fantastic quality. And I'm really, really proud of the 3 children that I'm showcasing their work today. So we'll start off with this one. I can't say the name, but this little girl in my class has worked incredibly hard throughout the whole of the time that we've not been at school. And she's in fact done every single piece of work I think that we've sent through since the very start. So a really big well done. You know who you are. And I've just put a couple of examples of her work from this week up. So we've got her final story map from A Squash and Squeeze, that she sent through to me. And this is the one that she tweaked a little bit. And her characters that she chose were the cat, the zebra, the mouse, and the bird. And I really enjoyed reading that story when you finished writing it up, so well done. I've also got a piece of her power maths here as well, and she's been working incredibly hard throughout it, emailing me all the time, asking for feedback. If she's misunderstood anything, she's rewatched the videos, and she's asked for my advice, so really big well done. You've worked really hard on that, and in particular at the challenge and reflect section, because I think in the last few sessions they've been really tricky.
They have.
Yeah, and I think she's taken on all the advice that I've given her. She's looked back at those questions and she's really thought about those answers. So a really big well done to you. I've got a fabulous drawing here of the smartest giant in town. I was blown away when I saw this. And in fact, I asked her if she'd had any help with it and she said she'd done it by herself. Wow. So really big well done. And I think everything about it's lovely. The size of everything you've put on there, all the details, like the frill on the dress, all the detail in the hairstyle I can see, the expression on the smartest giant's face, a fabulous piece of artwork. And finally, the most delicious looking strawberry milkshake. and when I received this, I just wanted to drink it. So I hope it was delicious. She told me it was, and it's making me want to make one this weekend. So thank you.
I'll show Mrs. Bowen. She'll be really proud.
Yeah. And the next one is another child that I can't say their name, but again, it's someone else who's been working really, really hard throughout the whole time that we've not been at school, and really sending me a selection of different types of work as well. So this was the science work from a couple of weeks ago, and they researched the ocean habitat, and they found out all about different animals that live in the ocean. And alongside it, they sent me this lovely photograph. Well, not photograph. They sent me this lovely picture of their ocean habitat with some of the animals that they've found out about that live there. So we had sharks, an octopus, I think there was a turtle, a pufferfish, and some other fish in there as well. So thank you for sending that through. Again, somebody else who's been doing lots and lots of the power maths. And actually this little boy spends a lot of time on his power maths. His mum said he's found it quite tricky, but he's been working really hard to really understand all the concepts, and he's working his way through. I don't know if you can see, but he puts the date at the top every day. So he does a page a day and works really carefully through the whole thing. So well done. And finally, I don't know if you can see this piece of writing. It might be covered up a little bit. But this piece of writing I was really, really impressed with. And I know that Mum has helped him with this. And he started off by doing it himself. And he realised that, he'd forgotten his finger spaces. He was finding it really hard to remember the whole of the story. So they started again and they worked their way through. Wow. And you can see a lovely piece of work here. And in this new story, we've got so many speech marks, haven't we? And wow, I think all the children that have sent me their work, they've remembered all the speech marks as well. Yeah. So a really big well done. Fabulous writing.
Brilliant.
Oh, can't see now. And the final pieces of work that I wanted to share with you are from Sabrina. And Sabrina's been really enjoying this new story of the smartest giant in town. So I've got a fabulous picture of her story map here, and she's changed the character to the smartest cat in town.
Brilliant.
And she's done a lovely story. And Mum actually said she was really proud of Sabrina this week, and I can actually see why. She's worked really hard on that writing. And again, she's remembered all those tricky speech marks, she's remembered all of her punctuation, and she's been really enjoying retelling that story. And a really gorgeous picture of her holding up her story map. And finally, a lovely picture of the smartest giant in town. And she's included the cats on her picture as well. So well done, Sabrina, fabulous work. And well done to the rest of Olive class. Thank you for everyone who's been sending their work through.
Right, Palm class's turn, so let's have a look who sent in their work for the last 2 weeks. Now, I need to say something first about these three. These three children have come back into school this week, and they have been absolute superstars. School is very different. They're on a different campus. As you can see, they're set out on the tables by themselves. But yet, look at all their smiles. They were so happy to come in. And you could tell they'd been doing so much work at home because they understood our stories and they could keep going with our YouTube clips in school. And I was just really, really proud of the three of them because they've just been amazing, because it really is odd at school at the minute. And also Miss Butler, the little girl in your class, has been amazing in our group as well. So really proud of all four of them. Really good. So this is Aisha's work. Again, Miss Rachel, look at this drawing. Isn't it amazing?
Yeah.
And she's just been a little ray of sunshine at school as well. And I had to send Mum an email to say that she must have been working so hard at home, because when I had her in school this week, when we went through our new map with you this week, Miss Butler, she sat down, we did it together, and then she just cracked on writing straight away. She just completely understood what she was doing, what she had to do next, and you could just see she'd been doing it every single week at home, which has just helped to keep it up and keep going. So she's so ready for year 2. And I'm really, really proud of it. And again, she's made some delicious milkshakes at the top. But I think she said she used frozen fruit with some raspberries and things in there as well. So I bet that was really tasty. And then Maroos, he's been working super hard at home as well. Again, I could see that Mum and Dad have been working really hard with him because he's been trying really hard with his map. He's changed his giant to a clown, which I thought was really great. So the smartest clown in town. And that rhymes as well. So it's just really, really lovely. He's been working really hard. Olivia, always smiling, always just cracking on. And look at that drawing, Miss Rachel.
That's amazing.
Isn't it amazing? And you could tell she really enjoyed doing it the first time, because this one was sent in from home, and when we were at school this week she drew one again in a bit of extra time we had, and it looked amazing. So this really is all her work, because she did it in front of me again and it was beautiful.
I love that she's been making a paper plate clock as well. It's fabulous.
Exactly. That was your fluency, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
She's been working really hard just in all the clips, and Mum even made sure, so what have you done in school, so I know where to continue at home. So they're just making sure they're doing everything, which is just amazing. We couldn't ask for any more. Lana, these are her paper dolls, which I thought were brilliant because they're a slight different twist on what we sent out, but it just makes it unique. And I love their giant cartoon eyes. And I just thought they were really beautiful, and she sent me a picture of them stuck in her window as well, so she really is showing her support for girls around the world. And then again, look at this writing. I don't know if you remember when we first did our very first feedback show, I showed some of Lana's writing and it was quite big, and now look, it's sat on lines, and again all of these speech marks, and I'm just so proud of her because again she's doing it every week with the help of her family, and she's just getting better and better. Blessing, again, this is another girl who sends in her work all the time, and I'm really, really proud of everything because she must watch everything because she covers all of the subjects that we do. And I know she's in school at the end of the week in one of your groups, Miss Butler. I think it might be in your group, Mr. Cook. You'll love her. She's lovely and very smiley, and she'll crack on with the work for you. So I know she'll be a really good addition to your group. Aramin, look at his tie. I've had no ties back, Mr. Cook. I assume this is one of your activities.
Yeah.
Had loads back, and he's made it nice and stripy, just like the giants. So well done, Aramin. Really, really lovely. Alicia, again, every single week Alicia has sent in every single piece of work, and it's just lovely to see. The drawing's beautiful, really taking her time on that. And again, her writing, look at that handwriting, that's just beautiful. And again, English isn't her first language, and yet she's week after week after week, her maps are coming back beautiful and absolutely spot on. So really, really proud of her. And then finally, Farida again is another one that sends in every week. And it's not just things that we do at school, it's things she's done at home as well. So this gorgeous extra picture she's drawn. I think it's the character called Poppy.
Yeah, Poppy from the Trolls.
Yeah,
Daughter
so it must be that good, because Miss Rachel knew instantly what it was. So again, just look at that map and that writing. She is so ready for year 2, and I'm really proud of it. And the last few photos for Farida, she was really proud that she made these donuts at home, which just made me dribble a little bit because I'm quite hungry, and they look beautiful. But she's also been growing her own potatoes, Mum had said.
Wow.
So they've started to grow their own veg at home as well, which I thought was really, really lovely. So everybody in Palm Pass, just a massive, massive well done again.
Amazing, well done. Okay, I've had some work back from A-Class, and I've had again quite a lot this week, which I've been really, really impressed with. And just like you guys, not only has it been a lot of work, it's been really high quality, which is really good. So I've had lots of DT work back, Mr. Cook, so lots of ties, but also Kirsty has had a go at making some of her own houses from a squash and a squeeze, which I thought was a really good idea. And they were really lovely. And I love again how individual they all are. And I can't remember who this was, but I just love that they've gone for it. They've made 6 ties. It's wonderful.
Yeah,
they've obviously really loved that activity. Okay, and I've also had lots of artwork. So I've had some very indignant looking goats. I love the expression on their faces. And I've had a portrait here from Fatma and her brother. And here's another portrait of one of the mummies in O-Class. And again, an absolutely fabulous picture of George with so much detail in it. And I love that they've even had a go at doing the houses and some of the characters, because that wasn't something that I set. They've done that themselves from looking at the book. So I thought that was just absolutely amazing. So Joshua has sent me the entire diary of A Squash and a Squeeze, and I was really proud of him, because as I was reading it I noticed that he's been using some of my word ups in there. So one of my word ups was indignant, and he's got it in there, and I just thought, you know what, fantastic, because they aren't the easiest words that I choose on those word ups, but he's done it. And I was so impressed with how friendly it sounded. It sounded exactly like a diary. And it was just wonderful. And I thought, well done. His handwriting's beautiful, his punctuation, the vocab choices, just everything. It's just amazing.
Well done.
Then I've also had lots of literacy work back from Fatma, and she's been consistently sending me work back. And again, English isn't her first language, but she is doing so well. And I said that the whole point of the diary was to make it friendly and informal, and she has completely nailed that. And I just thought, you know what, well done. You're at home, it's not the easiest learning situation, but I can see the progress that she's making, and she's definitely ready for year 3. I've had lots of maths back, and what I'm loving is still the creativity that all of the families are using. So we started time, haven't we, Mr. Cook? And time can be really, really tricky, and it's one of those things that I find that children just find so hard. So we had lots of practical ideas. And they've been doing it. So Josh has been drawing clocks on the board, just like in his Power Maths book, using that method to help him. Kirsty's got a paper plate, well, not a paper plate clock, but she's made one with safety pins and everything to practice telling the time, and it's been working. They're doing amazingly. And a special shout out to Josh as well, who also made his own 3D clock. So he took it that one step further, because he's just absolutely been loving the time. We've got lovely Layla down there, who's been working super hard on her maths work and doing amazingly well. And I've also had lots of reading comprehension and phonics back as well, which has been great. And I love that obviously the kids have been reading the text. We're sending quite long texts home, but they've been reading them, understanding them, gaining really good vocab knowledge, and it's just absolutely wonderful. So well done, guys, for that as well. And then I've also had some lovely photos of children just enjoying being children. So playing with lots of slimy, gloopy stuff, going bug hunting in the garden, visiting lakeside and going exploring through willow tunnels. And I thought that was really lovely because it's easy to get stuck inside and be doing the maths and the literacy, but it's so important to get out there and have fun. So I thought that was really lovely. And that's me done. So well
Okay, well, I'm up last, and again, just wanted to say a massive well done to Mango class. I've been really impressed with all the work that I've been getting through. So we'll start off with some art. I'm just really enjoying the art. I love the creativity going on here in all sorts of different ways. So we've got some pictures from Hassan up here. He loves using his bright colours and just these really vibrant scenes. So I love the expressions on both of these as well. And got some ties as well. Love the designs people have been sending through. I hope he doesn't mind featuring this week. This is Francis's dad, and he's looking smart there with his tie that Francis made. So I just thought that was really fun and just love the creativity there. I can't say who these are, but I just thought this picture, I don't know if you can quite see, but it's just beautiful the way that they've blended the colours, and such a lovely scene. And again, some of those paper chains, which was fantastic as well. And a little bit more DT. So we've got some work from Francis over here. I love that she put her giraffe that she made this week in the book. So it looks like it's part of the book, and that looks fantastic. And she's got a scarf on it as well. And again, always jealous when people send me food pictures. It just makes me really hungry. And I thought this last one, again, I don't know if you can quite see it, but this is one of the houses, and I just love the detail on this and the fact that they've used a textured piece of cardboard for the top kind of basket texture. I just thought that looked fantastic. Looks like a thatched roof. So well done on all that. Next up, got some English. Much like you guys, really impressed with just the dedication people are putting into their story writing, especially, and their the longer, the diaries and the longer pieces of work. So yeah, we've had, again, I can't say who this is, but she knows who she is, and she's just done. I'm just so impressed because she started the year with all these fantastic ideas, but couldn't always get them down and there in a kind of longer piece of work. And she's just come so far and is writing these beautiful stories and pieces of work, and it's neat and it's presented well, and it's got great words. So well done there. And I think we've got down here who we've got Hassan, Ibrahim, and a couple of others who've been working really hard at their phonics as well, which is great because that's just so important to keep doing, isn't it? So well done, you guys. Time, again, Miss Rachel, we all know that time is just one of those topics that's really tricky, and I was dreading it a little bit. I was thinking, oh, I hope that it goes well at home. But it seems like it really has been. And again, so impressed with all the effort people have been putting in and all the creativity, making clocks and just finding creative ways to learn the time as well. So well done, guys. I've got Hannah here, Hassan, Ibrahim as well. Good job, everyone. You're doing a really good job with that topic. And just wanted to end with a few kind of slightly different things, some special shout outs. So we'll start with Tilly up here. Tilly's got a new pet, and I believe it's a bearded dragon. And actually when she sent me the picture, I didn't spot straight away because the camouflage is so good, but that's the bearded dragon there. And all of these people that I'm about to share have used what they've learned over the course of the year and at school and then applied it to something in real life. So Tilly's made a fact file about her pet, which I just love seeing. That was fantastic. I've got Francis down here who, when we were converting from minutes into hours and minutes, she decided to take all the Harry Potter films and work out from minutes what they were in hours and minutes. And she actually also worked out that all of the Harry Potter films are 18 hours and 52 minutes altogether.
Wow.
So she's just taking that and having lots of fun with it. And lastly, Susu, who this was just an email that Susu wrote me. She watched my How Does That Work video, and she just wrote this lovely letter to me saying that she'd understood what all of the pictures were and what she knew about them already. And I just thought, not only is that a lovely piece of writing that she's done, but she's just really engaged with it and obviously shared what she knows as well. So well done, Susu. I just thought that was fantastic. Yeah, and I just also wanted to end, and I'm sure that everyone else would agree, but I know that there's lots of families who haven't been able to send work in and have been working really hard just to do little bits, you know, maybe parents at the end of a work day or where they don't have lots of technology. And I just wanted to say a really big well done to those families as well, because we know that it can be really tough doing lots of this learning, and we're really proud of you guys as well. So big well done to everyone in Mango class. And yeah, and that's me.
Well
The
done.
mango.
Okay. Bye, Miss Butler.
Bye, Miss Holly.
Bye, Mr. Cook.
Bye, Miss Rachel.
Bye, Miss Rachel.
Bye, Miss Holly. And then Kate.
Mr. Cook.
Bye, Miss Butler.
Ta-da.
Yay! I think we've done it.
Oh, Holly, it says repooed.
Oh, it does say reprude. I am so reprude of all of you. You know what? I might leave it in. I can take it. Oh man, I can go in bloopers.
So reprude.
So reprude.